Ozzy Osbourne's No More Tears is celebrating its 30th anniversary. It was released on September 17th, 1991, and this was like a really good time for music. About a month after Metallica's Black Album, and the world was like ready to accept heavier music into the mainstream, and this is also right before the big grunge breakout, as a lot of those albums are being released at this time. No More Tears had 4 singles, and they were top 10 hits on the Billboard Rock Tracks chart. One song did win a Grammy, and this is one of his best-selling albums that ranks up there with some of his greats like Blizzard of Oz. On this album, Ozzy has Zakk Wylde on guitar, Randy Castillo on drums, John Sinclair on keyboards, and Bob Daisley on bass. The album is also the last to feature Randy Castillo and Bob Daisley. The album was also recently released as a 30th anniversary format with some extra tracks, such as live and demo recordings of the song Hellraiser, which was remixed as a duet between Ozzy and Lemmy from Motorhead. So the album opens up with these kids playing and a melody from like a child's music box. Kind of creates like this haunting tone, like to start the song. And the song itself is a straightforward heavy metal song. It's called Mr. Tinker Train. You do hear some of Zakk Wylde's signature riffs, lots of guitar acrobatics in the song, and the lyrics are very like dark and creepy. Like they're kind of like describing like a child predator or something like that. But it is a good song. There are pretty cool breakdown. They use some like orchestral elements, and it does kind of create like this bigger sound. And I really like the bass sound in this on the second breakdown of the song. Next is I Don't Want to Change the World, and the live version from this song actually won a Grammy for Best Metal Performance in 1993, and that was from the Ozzy Osbourne's Live and Loud live album. The song has Lemmy as a co-writer. The song is straightforward heavy metal, but it's also a very catchy song. It has a very memorable chorus, some really great guitar playing by Zakk Wylde. Has a pretty cool clean guitar breakdown. That's pretty nice contrast with like the heavy riffs. And this song has that classic Ozzy Osbourne sound with like a pretty cool like arena rock quality. This will be perfect for a live performance. The third song is one of his biggest hits, Mama, I'm Coming Home. The acoustic driven power ballad. This is only his only like top 40 single to reach the Billboard 100 charts. You know, considering songs from his solo albums. The song does have that classic power ballad style that was very popular in the early 90s. That soft verse, heavy chorus with a melodic electric guitar solo. Next is Desire. This one starts out with a very like heavy, chunky riff, some really cool lead guitar playing. Song brings back that like classic 80s sound with a mixture of like traditional heavy metal. Kind of like it also mixes in a little bit of like hair metal, but the song does have like a lot of melody. The song has a very memorable chorus, and the song mentions the song Crazy Train in the chorus. That's pretty cool. And this was also co-written by Lemmy from Motorhead. Next is No More Tears. So this is his longest song, like the longest song to ever appear on any of his solo albums. 7 minutes, 23 seconds. It was the lead single. He did a music video for this with like a shortened version, and it was a minor radio hit. Now, in my opinion, this is one of his best songs and one of my favorites from all of his solo albums. The song is in 3 parts. You know, the first part you hear like the opening bass line, some pretty cool like lead guitar playing by Zakk Wylde. I really like the heavy riff after like Ozzy sings each verse. The second part has that like orchestral elements and the piano and those like spoken word sections. This part of the song is very atmospheric and very melodic, and then it goes right into the third part, which is similar to the first part of the song. That's right after the guitar solo, and it does go into that classic bass line with the lead guitar parts. Next is Won't Be Coming Home, S-I-N. This one starts out with a short solo going into some heavy riffs. This is a faster paced song, brings back that classic like Ozzy Osbourne sound, and this one has a very memorable chorus. Next is Hellraiser, and this song was written both by Ozzy and Lemmy, and the band Motorhead also did a version of it on their 1992 album March or Die. This one has really great bass sound, some pretty cool metal riffs. The Motorhead version was used in the movie Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. And as I said before, there is a mix with both Lemmy and Ozzy singing on the 30th anniversary edition of this album. Next is Time After Time. It's another ballad. It has an acoustic guitar intro. The song is structured in like a classic power ballad style with the distorted guitars in the chorus. And the song also has some melodic lead guitar playing by Zakk Wylde. Next is a Zombie Stomp. That's a really fun song. Has a cool bass guitar intro. The intro is like about like 2 minutes long. Has lots of different forms of like percussion and different guitar fills. And then it goes into the main riff and verse section, and another one of those songs that brings back that classic like heavy metal sound that Ozzy has always made famous. Next is AVH. This one starts out with like a southern rock or country riff played on like, I think it's like an acoustic guitar. Then it goes into a classic heavy metal riff, and this one brings back that 80s sound again. Really cool heavy metal riffs in the song. And if you're wondering what is AVH, supposedly it stands for Aston Villa Highway, which was a football team that like Black Sabbath used to follow back in the old days, back in Birmingham, England. And the last song on just the original version of the album is called Road to Nowhere. And this has that classic ballad structure with the acoustic intro, the melodic lead guitar solo in the intro, the soft verse, heavy chorus. The song was written about something that, Ozzy always talks about. He's reminiscing about his past and his decisions he's made and all these different things. This is a very good song and probably one of his best ballads. So, in conclusion, No More Tears is probably one of Ozzy Osbourne's best albums. I've heard people say it's their favorite, and many people say it's as good as like his first two, the ones he recorded with Randy Rhoads. After this, Ozzy will be releasing some more albums, but they were really never as good as this one. I did like the ones that he did after this, like Osmosis and Down to Earth. They were very good albums, but this was like the end of his streak of like those like classic heavy metal albums that he released throughout the entire decade of the 80s. So that is it. Comment below. Let me know what you thought of the album. Tomorrow is Friday. There's some new releases coming. New release by Rivers of Nile, the band Tremonti, and I have a lot of anniversary editions because this is the kind of like around this time 30 years ago, like grunge broke out. So we have Nirvana's Nevermind, Soundgarden's Bad Motorfinger, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic. So stick around for those this week and then next week. So my name is John. This is JC Rock and Metal Reviews. Please like, comment, subscribe. Check out some other videos. I will put one over here, one over here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.